A recession could be a mild decline in economic activities in a single country that lasts months, or a long-lasting downturn with global ramifications that lasts years or anything in between. The number of goods people want to buy versus the actual number of goods versus the actual price. One of the biggest factors of a recession is supply-demand, which affects inflation and interest rates, amongst other factors. When prices are high and interest rates are high, the economy is telling us something. We all sit around talk about what's happening in our lives, which to some degree, our individual lives are little micro-independent economies. So when we go out to the gas pump and we see damn near $7 gas prices, is that not a recession red flag? Natural disasters, war, and geopolitical factors individually contribute to fluctuations in many of our household items, especially gas. Let's look at these past US recessions. The cause of the Great Depression, 1929, greed and ignorance. The Roosevelt recession of 1937, mostly precautionary and government inflicted. Post-World War II recession, 1945, decrease in government spending due to the end of the war. The continued effects of World War II crept into 1948 and 49, but was considered very mild. The end of the Korean War, 1953 to 54, again, the end of another war. When your economy is stimulated by war, and then the war ends, all of a sudden, all the jobs and cash that was being pushed into the economy all of a sudden dries up. Recession of 57 to 58. The cause, stricter government policies along with the Asian flu, which killed 1.1 million people worldwide, declining the US export business by more than $4 billion. Recession of 1960 to 61. More interest rate hikes. Recession of 69 and 70, Fed hikes, interest rate hikes, recession follows. The oil embargo, recession of 73 to 75, an organization called Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, put an embargo on oil. 1980, the Feds raised interest rates to stop the rising inflation. Energy crisis of 81-82, the double dip recession, a combination of rising oil prices and interest rate hikes. The Gulf War, recession of 90-91, a mild recession, but again, oil and interest rates cause of the recession. The dot-com bubble burst, recession from March to November of 2001, 75% of tech investors lost their investments. 9/11 terrorist attacks and a slew of accounting scandals like Enron spurred a stock market crash. The Great Recession of 07 to 09, we know that was a subprime mortgage crisis with all the garbage loans. The next recession is on its way. War in Ukraine, natural disasters, high inflation, plus interest rate hikes. It's not a question of if, it's a question of how long will this next recession last? I'm Osias, and planning your next move is easy with the right people in your corner. Peace.